Wait. Let me put the little lemon in the thing. Oh my goodness. I'm only gonna spill. I'm only gonna spill the lime. Anyway, the fight is right, listeners. Let's start this thing. Let me just wipe me being a clumsy, or should I say accident prone. I've just spilled all of this drink all over the table. And I was pre-warned. Don't put no water on the thing. Sorry, the fight is right. You know where this is live and interactive. So I gotta clean the surface. Anyway, Spencer.
As we start the show, Baba Tunde and Jai.
Sorry. Please forgive me. All right. Let's go. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for a next. We've done quite well. What's this, our third one this week?
Yep, we're moving, man. We're moving. Big up Saqib. He says the best boxing show in the whole wide world. But first and foremost, listen, maximum respect to Off the Canvas. The man's come with a Snapchat thing immediately.
Straight away.
He's not even wasting any time. He says, big up, lads. I've been looking forward to this. Is Fury sniffing Charlie? I don't know if I should say that, but it's not me. It's there. It's live. It's documented. Is Fury sniffing Charlie? Because the things he's been saying on IG are wild. John Fury needs to take his phone.
No. The wild talk of Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury knows what to sell papers, knows to make himself to create those interactive numbers on social media, right? He knows what to say. So I can't even look on Tyson Fury and say, nah, Tyson shouldn't be talking like this. Tyson shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury is doing what he's doing. So no, I can't say that at all.
He knows how to sell a fact. Spence?
Yeah, mate.
They're cussing up with me. They're cussing at you. Good job. I don't know. Did you mute your own mic?
Yeah.
Oh, you muted your own mic?
Yeah.
Oh, so the people couldn't hear you.
Yeah, come on, man. These kids, they don't respect big people in this house.
No, the children, you got to discipline them on a different level.
It's their bedtime.
Joshy tried to tell me something today. I was like, hold on. No. Let's just remember who you're talking to. Like, this is your father. Don't be using no nonsense. Everybody forgot themselves for a hot minute. Because me and Joshy's like friends. But it's all good. The children have to, that's just how they are. But the respect is there. In our household anyway. But yeah, Off the Canvas Boxing says, is Fury sniffing Charlie because of the statements? And as Spence just said, it's not that. He just knows how to sell a fight. And also, even though the fight hasn't been made, it's putting attention on him. It's another Floyd Mayweather move. Where all eyes are on Fury and the anticipation is building by him doing things like that. So no, I don't think John Fury should take his phone. In fact, we as fans, we want to see that. We want to hear that. When Dillian starts to talk now, it's going to be a next madness.
Bro, I'm glad that you know, Tun. I'm glad that you know.
Because, I spoke to Dill today. I really wanted him on the show because, Dylan's always been a supporter of ours from the ground up.
Yeah, fair play. He put it out on his Insta as well, on his Insta story that was doing the show. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I spoke to him and he said, like, he just said to me that, he just says, and I totally get it. I don't need to go into what he actually said, but I understand that it's all volatile at the moment, and you got to be careful what comes out your mouth when you start dealing with lawyers and arbitration cases and everything. And like man's from a certain environment that if you press the wrong button, there is a likelihood that things can come out your mouth in the heat of the moment. And I think it's very wise that Dillian has recognized or been advised that, look, just stay out of the media for now. Let's get this out of the way. And then hopefully we can get the fight that everybody wants to see.
Yeah,
great way to start the show.
Yeah. 100%. Great way to start the show. You're gonna have to, you know what? I'm gonna have to wrap it. I'm gonna go get my glasses, bro. I can't read these things.
All right, I'll read them. I'll get your glasses anyway, but I'll read them while you go and get them. Dennis Moses says, big up Tunde and Spencer. Sammy Ali says, Dillian Whyte is the real WBC champion. There you go. Dylan's got a lot of supporters. People have to know that. And I think if the fight is actually made, it will be a good, even crowd for both fighters. I don't know who would have the dominant crowd, but I guess the bigger name, as the splits suggest, the bigger seller is the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. But Dylan's going to have a few supporters there, and I think a lot of people want it for Dillian in terms of they feel that, this guy, I think Dylan's been mandatory since 2017. That's serious. Then he lost. Then he got revenge over Povetkin, and he's now, I believe, the interim champion. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna read an article, what I just read a few minutes ago. To be honest with you, Bob Arum is claiming that Dillian should just take the split. What's this? Sami Ali. Yeah, big up PhD, Tunde and Spencer on the Zone commentary. Honestly, let's see. Uber, bro, wait till the people get in the room. It's true. Off the canvas boxing rub. He put the Snapchat thing before we even got on.
That's real support.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm doing my best impressions of Tunde. He said, I don't business. Dillian all the way. Done. Come on. Yeah. Big up Rain 71. Fury just doing what Mayweather did to stay in the press, to keep people talking. Agreed. That's what we're saying. Chrissy Blue says, Spence busting some patwa. But we haven't got into this because the whole thing is Fury v. Whyte. Who wins and why? That is the question today that we're going to be discussing.
Yep. Well, we want to hear it from you, man. We want to hear what you guys think. We want to hear about.
Yes.
We want to hear what you guys think. We can chop it up. We can debate it.
Gary Blake's got so many already. Gary Blake's gone to pick up his Deliveroo. So
well, I don't understand that one. Why is he going to collect his Deliveroo? Deliveroo is meant to come to you.
Yeah, but that's how me and them are always beefing. I said, It's Deliveroo, meaning you come to me. Why am I coming to you? They're always like, oh, can you come downstairs? No, brother. You come upstairs because this thing says deliver. Deliver to me. And then Adam B, we eating now, patty. You come with your patty.
You're damn right. And it's a patty not from Mr. Tandy's. Remember Mr. Tandy's patty, sir?
Yeah. Oh, to Adam Beanie Smith, he says, Tunde Whyte has not been mandatory since 2017, but isn't he the interim champ?
Yeah, exactly. And the next thing what people seemingly forget, that when we say he's not the mandatory, he is the mandatory, and that's why they go to arbitration right now.
Yes, sir.
So, Adam Beanie Smith, I'm just letting you know what time of day it is.
Yes, sir.
He is the mandatory, right? So, and that is why Mauricio Suleiman has ordered an 80-20 split on the deal, which is not, Dylan's not happy about that, understandably, but it is what it is.
Yes. I'm gonna read a little bit of what, Dan, carry on. There's some comments in there. Tunde, I can't wait for Dillian Whyte to become undisputed champion and shut up all these fools' mouths. Sammy Ali says, I mean, and you know, that's kind of like a constant. A lot of people really feel Dillian has been hard done by, and that he deserves at least a shot, you know, and I think that's right. Can he beat Tyson Fury? According to Del Boy, he's going to need a lot of head movement or it's going to be a long night.
No. I listened to Del on TalkSport yesterday.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole interview. He was on there for an hour. Fair play with him. With Jim White and that, what's his name? Simon Jordan, man. And Spencer Oliver. So Spencer Oliver, me was speaking in the morning. And he was saying, Derek's coming on. I said, all right, I'm going to send you some questions.
Alex Wheeler, we will discuss that at some point. But yeah, I noticed that today as well. So Travis Rees, the boy that AY knocked out, beat Joe Smith's guy who Joe Smith was fighting on Saturday.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to give Joe Smith a squeeze for the simple fact that he was meant to fight Callum Johnson. Callum Johnson is down with COVID.
Yes, yeah.
So it was
well, let's not go into that. Hold on, before I don't want to interrupt you, but thank you very much, David G, for your £5 donation. What is White's reach? Was watching his fights, and it looks like he has deceptively long arms for his actual body. How would you advise him to fight Fury? Now there's 2 points there, Spence. The one you was talking about before and that point. I think touch on the first point and then we go into David G's.
Forget about that point. Let's stick to this. All right,
David G. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give.
Yeah, because he's paid for this.
He paid his money, so let's deal with it.
Come on.
I would say this patty's delicious, but anyway, I would say.
Someone else, what flavor patty is it?
Cheesy beef.
Cheesy beef. Wait, bruv. Why can't you just you're making these people fool you up with all these new flavors? Bruv, it's just standard flavors. Vegetable.
No, brother.
Lamb, chicken. You know, where you want?
You'd be frightened to go in the shop and order. But yeah.
Cheesy beef. Cheesy beef is a new thing. That's the point. That's the 22 talk. But anyway, let's get back.
I'm saying if we was to go look on the reach of Dillian Whyte, it's very long. I think it was, what's his name? We got knocked out by Dillian, the little Australian man. Lucas Brown. Lucas Brown said Dillian's arms are so long, he's like an orangutan.
Oh my God, he should have been arrested for that comment.
Right, exactly. Nah. But listen, I understand that there was a racial slur from Lucas Brown. I know Lucas Brown is not racist, right?
Yes.
But you can't say the things. Simple as that. So that's when Dillian turned around and said, yeah, man, you look, he said, yeah, when I look on you, you just look like gonorrhea.
That's what I'm saying. Dillian's mark could be fire sometimes. So you got
it's fire. Right? He has got a deceptively long reach, but I think in dealing with Tyson Fury, he's gonna have to use that reach as a rangefinder and not a reach because someone's punching down at you because Dillian's a shorter guy. Someone punching down at you, that right hand comes down with more power when it's coming down. You don't believe me? Just watch Tommy Hearns versus Roberto Duran.
Yes.
Right, in 1984. And you'll know when a man's throwing that right hand down straight, it's a dangerous shot. It's a very, very dangerous shot. But what I would say is that Dillian can use that to try and keep Tyson Fury off balance. Because how's he going to keep Tyson Fury off balance because of the size of him? If Dillian Whyte can be able to punch the top of Tyson Fury's left shoulder, he can keep him off balance because he's got a very good reach. And when your shoulder's jerked, your feet align to where your shoulder's going to. Right? Okay. There's an old guy called Frank Smith, who used to be down at Lynn. He trained loads of fighters, and he taught me that as a little kid. Frank Smith. God rest his soul, because he's passed away a few years ago.
Can I say that according to the stats, Dillian has a reach of 78 inches, I think that is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyson Fury has a reach of 85 centimeters.
That's ridiculous.
So, and I was gonna say before I Googled those stats, Tyson Fury's arms look so long in that Wilder fight, the last Wilder fight. Fam, he looked like he was across the other end of the ring, and
I've got it on right now.
you got it on that, bro. His arm was down. So it's true, Derek might have a point there. I personally don't think this is the jab fight for Dills. Dill is got to make use of the left hook. The left hook is the punch for Dillian in this fight, in my opinion. And I can't see, though Dylan's got a brilliant jab. I don't think, because again, the two men are gonna come to the center of the ring and want to see where it is. I can't see that Tyson Fury can stand up and box Dills. Because I know Dylan's coming with raw smoke for that fight. Dylan ain't coming, bro. Dylan ain't coming with any. This is not going to be one of those fights, man. I'm telling you for free. I'm telling the fighters, right, listeners, this isn't going to be a jabbing contest. This is going to be a rockers, because the Tyson Fury is going to come with the gypsy mentality. But guess what?
What is the gypsy mentality?
I don't even know. To be honest with you, that's what I keep telling man. I don't know what that mentality is. But Tyson always refers to himself as a fighting man. One thing I know for sure, Dillian Whyte is a fighting man. And he didn't just reinvent himself in the last two fights. He's always been rough, rugged, and raw. But then he added the jab to his game, which made him a better fighter. Would you agree with that, Spence?
I would agree. Not only that.
Yes.
But do you remember in the early days, Dillian Whyte never used to throw his right hand properly. He'd throw his right hand, and
yes,
his right leg would square up with his left foot, so he'd be square on.
Yes.
He don't throw that no more, because before he used to throw the right hand wasn't like, I'm looking to clap you out with it. He'd throw it, but it worked right. I think now over the years his right hand's evolved because it's coming out more straight. It's not arcing. He used to throw the right hand, he used to come here, then come out. Now his right hand goes straight down the line, and he's turning his waist with his right hand as well. He never used to turn his waist before with his right hand. And then you watch how he does, like, he can throw it. And before, maybe he was like throwing his right hand to think, well, I'm a big guy and I must be able to punch. So I'm throwing my right hand with brute aggression. If it lands, it lands. I think now he's kind of pinpointing his right hand.
Okay.
Right? So and he comes back with the left hook off of the right hand.
Dylan, to me, that's Dylan's best punch, the left hook.
Oh, it's vicious.
And even early days, he fought a guy named, Dylan has got, remember, Dylan is the body snatcher as well, Man, forget this. And the body is also going to be a point of attack for Dylan in this fight, off the jab. The jab and then the right hook to the body. That's Dylan's shot. I'm watching Dylan when he had the Yardman shorts on. Remember them time there? He used to wear the Yardman shorts.
Yeah, until he got set.
He fought a guy called Nonisha Chaville.
That was on a Frank Maloney show.
Yes, sir. First round.
I was at that fight. Yeah, he stopped the guy.
First round, jab, right hook. And as you said, when he fought that fracas, even when he threw that right hand, it wasn't. He didn't. Right
hand wasn't polished.
Yeah, it wasn't polished. But Dylan has always been brutal. People need to go and check Dillian Whyte knockouts. Good uppercuts, good hooks, but there wasn't as polished in it. And you know what? I put that down to his training. I see a Snapchat here, Spence.
Come
on. Wait there. Gary's not here to control the thing, so he's left it up to me. But I think I know what I'm doing. There you go. Jonathan M. Wilder.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan M., for your $4.49 donation. Wilder showed in the first round of the trilogy, I see I'm getting better, the trilogy fight, put pressure on Fury's body. Then Dylan needs to be rough and get on Fury's chest. What do you think about that, Spence?
Jonathan, I totally agree with you. And I'm gonna break it down. Tyson
Dillian's a
Fury.
good fighter, you know. Dylan, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? Because Dylan's like I look at Dylan as a younger, but I'm telling you, when you watch the highlights of Dylan knockouts, early days, now I can see he adding the Union Jack flag now. You know them tricks there.
He's copying Derek Chisora.
Yeah. He added the Union Jack flag, but left hook to the body. Listen, this fight here, Dylan needs to employ body work.
Definitely, and I'm gonna tell you why. Have you noticed how high Tyson Fury wears his ball protector? It's like it's underneath his armpits.
Dylan is vicious, and Dylan still got this same. I think we saw that in the Povetkin rematch, where I guess there was still a little bit of vulnerability there, but his energy for the fight was different. And I put that down to the going away, taking himself away to Portugal, focusing, training, in isolation, really, because he's away from everything at home. And that's really evolved his game as well. He's got his strength.
I agree.
Zab is out there with him. Zab's got a family, and they're focused. They're very focused. So one way would definitely be the body. And as Jonathan M says, be rough and get on Fury's chest. All right, we've had a lot for Dylan. Can anyone give us any insight to how they feel Tyson Fury will win this fight, other than just saying Tyson Fury is going to win? I'd like to hear that. See, I didn't even read that. Tunde, look, listen to this. Tunde sounded like a leader of Dillian Whyte fan club. Fury beats Whyte. You both know it. See? This is what I'm trying to say. This is an unbiased show. There's times we've said things that I know didn't like. It ain't that. We're boxing fans. Obviously, it's just common sense. You can say what you want. I don't business if you call me a Dillian Whyte fan. I don't business. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. There's always going to be I'm not a promoter. I don't have a vested interest in Fury or Dylan. So, bro, it ain't that. Neither does Spencer. That's why this is the most unbiased boxing show out there. Because you don't have any boxing shows where a trainer manager of the #1 light heavyweight in the world, and the knowledge, there ain't no podcast out like that where you can get these kind of views in its purity. So ain't no fan club business. I don't check, bro. Dylan ain't give me no money. That's what you chatting about, fan club, bro. I ain't getting no money for Dylan. I don't have no vested interest. I'm just saying we're looking at the show is entitled Ways to Win for both Fury and Dylan. I realize that we're talking a lot about Dylan, but we haven't heard nothing about Fury. So let's get on the Fury and let's look at ways that he grew, and then we switch back again. Come on, Spence.
Well, I'm saying this.
Before you do say that, Dylan deserves his shot. Thank you, Bobby Wright, for the 449. Dylan deserves his shot. It gets me mad how they mess him around. So I hope Dill whips them body shots in and takes his soul. Soul smell S-O. Was it S? Spell it, Spence.
What?
S-O-U-L?
Yeah, S-O-U-L.
Big up Bobby Wright. We get the meaning though. But anyway, Spence, go on. You was about to talk.
No, I'm saying like the emphasis would be more on how Dillian Whyte was to win this fight to how Tyson Fury was to win the fight, simply because Dillian Whyte would be the underdog going into this fight.
Yes,
also, the fact that Dillian Whyte would be the underdog in this fight is the way how Tyson Fury has performed in the 3 fights against Deontay Wilder, saying then what different could Dillian Whyte bring to the table? So we're explaining to you the difference in what Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte, even though starting boxing late, a lot like Deontay Wilder, he's more improved than Deontay Wilder. There is a difference, right? He's more improved, right?
Yes.
And Dillian Whyte is more to the fundamentals of boxing. And like we heard from Sir Tommy Brooks, you got to stick to the fundamentals, to the basics.
To the basics.
Right? To the basics. then you learn on the basics, then you build off of what you've learned. Dillian Whyte now is perceivably learning on the job, was learning on the job, but now I think he's very, very polished. I've been ringside at his fights. I've been ringside for all of his last major fights, except for the 2 perfecting fights because he was on a lockdown, and then the second perfecting fight was abroad, right? We've seen...
Wait. Sorry, Spence. I'm watching Tyson Fury's... Bro, I'm watching... You know when Tyson Fury capped himself with his own uppercut? You know when Tyson Fury punched him? But that fight, bro, he was flinging the same right uppercuts, left hook to the bodies. Tyson Fury's about that life as well. He's definitely can do the business. But guys, Spence.
Yeah, so I'm saying when we seen, remember, when Dillian Whyte was with Jonathan Banks, yeah?
Yes.
My mind, I thought it was too early for Dillian Whyte to be with Jonathan Banks. Right? Because Jonathan Banks deals with caliber fighters who are up there already. So they know the basics. All you're doing now, you're coming in there, you're dropping in your little spices, what you got from Manuel Stewart, right? You're just dropping in your little spices to kind of, but Dylan ain't reached yet. You get what? He didn't reach yet. So I thought it was too early for you to be with Jonathan Banks. Right? So when you with Mark Tibbs, I'm going to be real, Dylan helped Mark Tibbs more than Mark Tibbs helped Dylan.
Talk the thing.
Right? And it's no disrespect to Mark. I'm just telling you how it is. Reason being is because what fighters did Mark have prior to Dillian Whyte? But it was needed for Dylan because Dylan needed to learn the fundamentals. And Mark, being archetypal British boxing trainer, right, was archetypal to help Dylan grow to get to the level where he got to. But then it's like Dylan saying, right, well, I need a little bit more, right? So Xavier Miller come in and they were saying, well, what does Xavier Miller know? But one thing about Xavier Miller that I can give you, the youth is dedicated to his craft, you know?
Very, very, very dedicated.
He's dedicated. And he studies the game because I know he studied the game so hard that he had an afro when he started.
Yeah, man just turned him bald.
Right.
Man turned him bald.
That's the stress of this game.
Bruv, I'm just looking at the Dylan knockout of Derek Chisora.
That was vicious.
Fam,
that was horrible.
That was horrible. I need to stop saying fam. I don't know how that creeped into my vocabulary, but yeah.
G chains, man. You've been around Gary too long.
yeah. But absolutely. Sorry, I'm watching Tyson Fury's stoppages here as well. And this has the potential of a great fight, you know, Spence.
It does.
This has a potential of a great fight because, ironically, their styles kind of look the same, you know. Their styles kind of, I'm saying that, I mean, hold on. David G, Fury knows he can't get up in Whyte's face at the press conference. Thank you for the £5 again, David G. Fury knows he can't get up in Whyte's face at the press conference like he did to Wilder. Dylan don't take chat. Dupping no hole for frightened. Blah, 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 blah. Come on.
No. David's right. David's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And Duppy does know to frighten, right?
Yeah, but I think there's going to be the respect there. There's going to be respect there, and you're right.
I don't think so.
I don't think...
I don't think so, you know.
Nah.
I don't think so. I'm telling you, I don't think so. I don't think the respect's going to... I'll tell you why. Because maybe like Tyson Fury will be like, all right, then, well, you know what I mean? I know Dylan from way back and rare and all the rest of it. But when it comes to the head-to-head kind of thing, I truly believe that things will start to change and start to get more vicious between the two opponents. Simply,
you know what? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Simply because emotions will be involved. They will look at things and think like, nah, bro, man's trying to take what I got. And I'm looking to take what you got. So I think emotion will get involved and I think the whole thing will switch.
Very interesting. You know, I've got Tyson Fury knockouts to my left, Dylan knockouts to my right. And, you know, I've just realized that a shot, what Fury has to mind is an overhand right, you know, as well, fam. Yes, man. There's a lot of ways Dillian. There's a lot of shots Dillian can get him, but Fury. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fury can do everything, Spence. Fury can do everything, and regardless what people say about the back, Dill's getting on his chest and roughing him up. Fury can fight on the back foot as well. If you bring it to him, he will rock you as well. So that's what makes this fight so interesting. I think there's more things Fury can do than what Dills can do in terms of the whole landscape of the art, if you get what I mean. I feel that Fury can box, go around and try to box this thing and not get involved. Where Dillian can box, but he's best, or I just seeing Dillian drop Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua in the amateurs. Yeah.
That was a proper, they was like on some roadman thing.
Yeah, and they took that into the professional game. And that was a serious clapdown, Dillian clapdown Anthony Joshua, These fights need to happen, Spence. We need to see, what is £100 from Ben Odom. Starting the ball rolling again, Ben. 163 people in the chat. Press
Please
the
like. Listen, Ben Odom, hold up. Ben Odom, we salute you. We like every time your name comes on the screen because it comes up in red because you proper bring this thing to church. Yes,
the Snapchats.
Yeah.
Ben, all conversation goes to Ben Odom right now. Forget about what I was saying. It's totally irrelevant. £100 donation by Mr. Ben Odom. And he says, if Dillian puts it on Fury, I can't see Fury being comfortable with the aggression. Maybe that's what's happened in sparring. I think that Fury's superior engine will be a key factor in the later rounds. Dillian, unfortunately, will probably get stopped in round 10 or 11. Wow.
You know what, Ben? That is a very, very good breakdown, right? And it's an honest breakdown as well, right? And I could see many of the factors which you have just highlighted coming to fruition, right?
Yes.
Because Fury has got a very good engine. I got to give him that. And,
bro, he can go some.
Yeah, but it's more of a mental engine,
That's that for the mental controls the physical.
Yeah, it's the mental engine. It's the mental engine where he's saying, listen, I'm winning. I don't business how it comes around, I'm winning. Right? But like when you were saying like there's a lot of similarities between Fury and Dillian, yeah?
Yes.
And most people sit down and say, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But what I have to say, the mental toughness of Dillian Whyte.
I'm telling you, hold on. Gary, no one don't see Gary in this thing here. But before we come on live, me and Gary's the stamina for Soul Controller, but I think he might be still eating his Deliveroo. He can bear me witness.
He better mind not get food poisoning.
Yeah, I said Dillian Whyte is one mentally tough hombre to go through and stand up to what he has and still be on it.
Yeah.
So just to point that out, me and Gary I was telling Gary that before.
I heard that conversation. I was in the kitchen.
Okay.
So he and that's why he's where he's at in today in the world of boxing.
There you go.
Right? Now just imagine, we're just gonna break this one down, right? I remember when Dillian Whyte was coming to the Real Fight Club with Leroy Harris in Pimp Soles and Bermuda shorts.
Who you telling?
Right?
When we come out to Peacock, Dillian come out to Peacock and spar Wadi Camacho.
Right. You know what I mean? Man came in and was like, and so to see where he has gone, and you see like what's the movie? King Richard.
Yes, sir.
And he's saying stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Dillian Whyte is that person, stick to the plan. You know what I mean? All right then. I lost to Anthony Joshua, stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
You don't wanna ban me from boxing, stick to the plan. I'm number one contender for Deontay Wilder and I ain't got my shot yet, stick to the plan. I get knocked out by Povetkin, stick to the plan. I come back and I knock out Povetkin. Stick to the plan. Dillian Whyte is that person that has that tunnel vision of, and I've said this from ages, that he has a form of pig ignorance, yeah, that translates to his world, but not to other people's worlds.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
so,
sir. You gotta have that.
So he's made his own, what is it called? Was it that metaverse? He's made his own one.
Yes, sir. He's in his own world. Everybody writes their own story.
He's in his own one.
And he's not succumbing to anyone else's story.
No. You mean? And we'll see what happens, because I know, like, when it comes to negotiating deals, he's like front and center of negotiating the deals. You know what I mean? He isn't delusional about his standing. He just believes that he knows his worth. So I can't not know one for nine their worth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When you say, oh, who do you think he is? Who do you think he is? Who he thinks he is has gotten this far. Who would have thought the night when Dillian Whyte got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, what was that? This December of, was that 2015?
Please, I'm watching that right as we speak.
Who would have thought?
This is what I'm telling, man. Man can't tell me that AJ don't have this thing here. Sorry, we're not here discussing AJ. But Spence, man can't tell me that AJ don't have the fight. Man, watch this. Watch this exchange. He got cut with a left uppercut by Dillian. But look, man. Left hook. Look, the fight's there. You can't tell me that AJ don't have no fight in him. Nah, nonsense.
Wait there.
I remember. You see? Oh, yeah. Wait.
We're saying AJ had the fight. That's 7 years ago, bro.
I don't care.
That's 7 years ago.
Leopard don't change their spots.
That's 7 years ago.
Leopard don't change their spots.
Tun. I know, because I remember you used to watch Rocky 3 every night in your yard.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, he just got civilized, right?
Yeah. Look, he got a left hook there by Dills. Yeah, this fight was off the chain. Nah. I will not believe Anthony Joshua don't have the fight in him. He's got it. But anyway, that was yesterday's show. We're still on Dillian versus Tyson Fury, and how can he win? For both guys. You're bang on, what's this? You're bang on Fury can do it all. I just think Whyte is Fury's bogey, man.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. You know who said that as well? You know who said that as well? A man who I regard who knows boxing. Pete McDonough says, like, Dillian Whyte must know something why this fight is taking so long for the fight not to happen.
Interesting.
All right. And
I know when Pete McDonough start put his Irish paddy band thing predictions on it, like, you know, bro, Pete McDonough's been firing his predictions recently, you know.
He's been firing, bro.
You know what? Let me do a quick thing here. Is that another Snapchat there? It's coming up on my mobile. Yeah, it is. See it come up
off the canvas. Come on.
Off the canvas boxing. Off the canvas boxing. First of all, thank you for your £5 donation, sir. One thing to factor, lads. Even if Dillian has a lapse in concentration, does Fury have the one-punch KO power to capitalize on the mistakes? The answer is yes.
He certainly does.
The answer is yes. Straight yes. Tyson Fury can punch. Don't get it twisted.
Especially with that right hand.
He can punch. Big puncher. What's happening now later on in his career? He's saying, you know what, Chuck, done this boxing thing. I'm looking to bang man out and show man that I can be an exciting fighter, which he has been in all three. Let's be honest, in all three of those wilder contests, he was very exciting, Spence.
Of course, he was exciting.
He was very exciting, and
but he was.
You know what?
He was a massively different fighter from the first fight to the second fight to the third fight.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But the second fight was showing us this is what this guy's about. The third fight, with the improvements and the fine tweaking, and we have to, Malik Scott, we got to big him up hard, you know what I mean? Because he did some proper work with Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean?
I just realized Jonathan Banks was training Dillian.
Yeah.
when AJ fought him.
Yeah.
But that was Kronk style.
What was?
Hey, Jennifer Maxwell Kronk style. But you alluded to it at the beginning. You said it was too early. Yeah.
It's too early. Come on, man. It was too early.
Say nothing. Say easy.
Exactly. It's too early. It's like me bringing a 2-fight amateur novice to you for him to do System 9. It's too early for him. System 9 will blow up his head to it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, Alexander Wilson. Boom. I got this.
Fury was very exciting in the Steve Cunningham fight, and he got dropped hard in that fight.
He did. Listen, man. He got dropped like a bad habit.
$5.
Yeah, that was a Alexander. That was a hard knockdown that he took in that fight overhand, right? And who's the other guy knocking down? Was it Fury? Remember he fought some some on a Mick Hennessy show, and he got dropped. Same shot, overhand right, clapped, went down.
Yeah, I just see that a minute ago.
Do you remember that fight?
Yeah, I just see that just a minute ago. Funny enough. You know what? There's 184 in the live right now. Press 1 for Fury victory and 2 for Dillian victory. I'm just interested to see. 1 for Fury, 2 for Dillian. Yeah, let me see what the people are saying online. Ash Boxing. Tunde, every time me and my house mate watch you on YouTube, we shout left hook, right hook, uppercut, top of the lungs, left hook, right hook, left uppercut. Come on, you know, bro. I can't wait to do a watch along again. You know,
boy,
I can't wait.
You know, we got the big one for next month, but let's.
Yep.
Big watch along. Big watch.
All right, so AG says 1. That's Tyson Fury. Clay says 1 Fury. Wave 2 Dillian. 1 Games You Love. 2 Sammy Ali. I've been 1-1. Sandy B. Uzi. Uzi's on 1.5. I like that. 1-1. The people, they're voting for Fury. Spence. 1, 2 waved. No, that's twice waved. Don't try and double tap the thing like man ain't got vision. Alexander Wilson says 1. Jay Lang says 2. Nana says 1. Ben Oldham says 1. Menace says 1. Dennis Moses says 2. JB says 2. Mohammed Ahmed says 1. Leah, yeah, what's happening, Lee? She says 2. She's going with the big man deals. Young C1, I'm going to say a few more, then we're going to get back to conversation. But keep on voting. R10NN says Dills. Y258 says Dills. I don't know who that good warrior brother's chatting about, but it's not. He ain't relevant right now. I've Ben says 1 Fury. Stephen O Fury. Adam Beanie Smith Fury. AG Fury. PH by surprise KO 2. Right, and guess what? All that done because I see £10 in the Snapchat thing. Wait there. Paul L Finance, big up family. He says, peace and thank you for the £10, Paul, first and foremost. Peace and love, family. White can beat Fury. Dillian has the heart of a lion and a rock hard chin. Fury's chin is suspect. AJ has the blood of a warrior and he will knock out Usyk in the rematch. Wow. That's bro. That even deserves, I need to say that again because that deserves a £10. He said, peace and love, family. White can beat Fury. Dillian has the heart of a lion and a rock hard chin. Fury's chin is suspect. AJ has the blood of a warrior and he will knock out Usyk in the rematch. Okay, I see what's going on. Thank you for the comment.
Alexander Wilson says,
yes,
I remembered that Peter Fury was denied a visa for the Cullen fight. Didn't Clifton Mitchell run the corner in his absence? And you are totally right. Clifton Mitchell, the little bacon dread as I call him.
Bacon dread, guy.
He's our brother. But Clifton Mitchell was the person that ran the corner for Tyson Fury against Steve Cunningham, where he gets dropped in that fight. The great trainer Nazir Richardson.
Hold on, repeat what you just said, Spence.
What?
Clifton Mitchell was the person who ran the corner.
Yeah, he was.
For what, say?
For Steve Cunningham fight.
For Tyson Fury. And wasn't Clifton Mitchell in the corner with AJ the other day when they was telling him, when they was gassing him?
Yeah, when he asked that, what should I do? He weren't in the corner. He was at ringside because his company does the security.
Okay.
And that's when AJ went to him and said, well, what do I do? What would you do?
Before the fight or in the fight?
No, before, when the announcements, and he did the ring walk and came into the ring.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? We've seen worse things than that happen in the game, but it's the game. But yeah, so I remember talking to Clifton Mitchell after that fight. And Clifton Mitchell was saying, I remember Steve Cunningham was trained by the late, great Nazim Richardson, right? And Clifton said, when Tyson Fury got dropped in that fight, he said he nearly dooed up himself. Because he said, right, that man's going to say it's because I was in the corner.
He got
clapped out. So yeah, sometimes people just don't know the stresses that trainers and cornermen go through.
Trust me on that. Trust me, man. This is a great show. 200 people on the live. Press the like button, the subscribe button, and comment. You know, your comments are always welcome here. And it's even better when you lay the Snapchat thing. I'm calling it Snapchat, but that's not what it's called. It's called, what's it called? Super Chats, isn't it?
Super Chat.
Super Chat, but it's Snapchat to me. Anyway.
Ben Oldham ain't Super Chat. Ben Oldham is brilliant chat.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, brilliant chat. Uzi-san. He says, in my opinion, so you want me to read it, Spence?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, he says, in my opinion, Dillian can win this fight if he knocks down Fury multiple times and wins the decision. I don't see Dillian finishing Fury, as Fury always gets up, and find it hard to see him stopped.
You know what? Not only that, it's like when you're hurt, Tyson Fury knows how to survive. You know what I mean? He knows to elongate his arms. He knows to take his head out of the way of trajectory. Tyson Fury knows how to evade punches while being hurt. And he's also good at styling it out. Because you saw, just watch the first Deontay Wilder fight. When he gets dropped.
Yes.
Yeah, when Tyson Fury gets dropped in, was it last round he gets dropped? And we thought he was dead.
No, he got in the first fight.
In the first fight, 11th round.
He got dropped in the 9th.
Yep.
He got dropped in the 9th, and I think he got dropped in the last.
In the last round. Yeah, in the last round.
Yeah.
Right? And when he gets dropped in the last round, and everyone thought he was dead, and he gets back up. The way he fights back, he's used to being dazed or being concussed.
Yeah, I know.
But having the mental fortitude to go past that grogginess and carry on fighting.
Is there a danger that could have happened one too many times?
Of course it could.
And I say that to say because that last wild stop. Ben Oldham, Mr. The fight is right. That's what I'm calling you, fam. You're joining the family. Mr. The fight is right. Mr. Super Chats, Brilliant Chats. Yeah, that's the name. Mr. Brilliant Chats. Ben Oldham. Thank you for the £50 again, sir. And he's showing you what you supposed. All you people on live. Ben showing you what you're supposed to be doing. He says Fury's durability and stamina is scary. If you look at the Cunningham fight, in my opinion, an aggressive AJ puts Fury down too many times in the early rounds. I have love for Dillian, but I just can't see him winning, Spence.
What are you involving me for? What are you involving me for?
Let me say that again. Fury's durability and stamina is scary. Cunningham fight in columns. In my opinion, an aggressive AJ puts Fury down too many times in the early rounds. I have love for Dillian, but I just can't see him winning. And you know, your opinion is your opinion. I know Dillian might be watching this now and saying, "Well, cool, say that." Because, to me, the way Dillian ain't speaking is also, I mean, I guess there's legal and there's legal reasons why he ain't speaking. I mean, that's more or less what he said. He didn't even say that to me today. He just did that. He said,
not only that. But what I'm saying is this: with Dillian Whyte, Dillian Whyte can take if you go against him. If you say, well, you know what, I think you're gonna lose this fight. He actually can take it.
You don't care.
He don't care because I remember when Johnny Nelson, he said, "Look, me and Johnny are cool." Well, Johnny was hard running down. Johnny was hard running down Anthony Joshua to beat him when they fought. And he said, I don't take that as a grudge. But it's funny how you see how things kind of change or like the tide changes, right? Especially like if you look at something, you look at like someone like Dillian Whyte has been very anti-establishment, but the establishment have to accept him because he's a part of the mechanics of the business.
Yes, sir.
Because I remember when he was in preparation to go and fight Anthony Joshua and the build-up for that fight, and everybody was pro Joshua, right? Yes. I remember when he come down to Sky Studio to do the head-to-head with Anthony Joshua in his purple Joker from Batman.
I remember.
Right?
The blazer.
I remember when he came down there, and it kind of kicked off. He kind of kicked off with gaps, you know what I mean, and a couple of the man there. Yeah, Dillian Whyte. It kind of kicked off with a couple of them man there, and I remember a certain man that works for Matchroom saying, "Oh, look at it. You know what I mean? That's not on. It's barbaric." You know what I mean? Because it kicked off. But when you understand street men, emotions are heightened because that was at that time that was an important fight. It was a very, very big fight because financially I think that was the richest non-title bout that Britain ever done.
Anthony Joshua against Dillian Whyte?
Yeah, the richest at the time. It's going to be surpassed by Kell Brook and Amir Khan, but at the time it was the richest fight. I think Joshua got 1 something million, and Dillian was just shy of £1 million for that fight.
Amazing.
For a non-title fight.
Non-title, yeah.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. Jonathan M says, I want to see Dillian using some dirty voodoo tricks upon Luke. Luke being Tyson Fury, he means. And voodoo tricks means, I actually don't know what he means by that. But
sorry, Jonathan, could you please elaborate on the voodoo?
Yes, elaborate on, because we are actually born in Southeast London and we don't understand.
Tunde already told you when I pray in the room, though. The room get hot, bro. So
yes. I don't know. This is again, what makes this fight so interesting and intriguing, and the fact that we're talking about it, is the fact that, I'll be honest, you can't really say who's going to win this fight. Put your hand on your heart and say, Fury fans, which outnumber Dillian fans, let's just be honest. And even we can see by this little poll that I just done, which I'm going to do again, because I like to see the numbers come up. 1 for Tyson, 2 for Dillian. Who do you think is going to win? It is a 50-50. It's one of them fights because, as you say, we don't know the damage caused in that final fight to Tyson Fury, because that fight definitely must have took something out of him. Having said that, let us not forget that Dillian was also sparked by Povetkin. So both fighters, what that, Spence?
Yeah, but it was a fight where he got knocked out.
Hold on, wait there. No, wait there. I didn't even finish. Yeah, so both fighters, you know when man just keep us, it's like man spamming me. Man's just sending me pictures of himself all day long. That's what you do to me, Spence.
Yo, you
know that, innit? Gary. But anyway, let's not forget that Dillian had been sparked by Povetkin and he returned the favor in a rematch.
Yeah, but the difference is there's one shot that took him out in a fight that he was winning.
Yes.
He just got hit with a shot. It wasn't a lucky shot because he actually timed and set him up for that shot. So it wasn't a lucky shot, right? But it was one shot that took him out, right? Tyson Fury got hit hard quite a few times with Deontay Wilder. Like I said, it's just his mental fortitude that made him kept on going.
Trust me.
Right? And he did get hit very hard.
So do you think if Povetkin hit Fury with that same shot, it would have had the same effect?
I think if it hit anyone with that shot, it would have had that effect.
Okay.
Right. To be real, go back. If you just watch the fight, go back and watch that fight. Go watch the way how he got hit with that shot. And then and be realistic and say, like, if it hit any heavyweight with that shot, they'd have got hurt. Povetkin can punch. I was there ringside for the fight with Andy Joshua, and he hurt Andy Joshua numerous times, in the early rounds.
For sure.
He did. He hurt him. I remember I was sat. It was me, Cougar, Cassius, and Tristix, and all sitting down together. I remember Cougar turned to me. I think Josh is going to win, but I think he could get knocked down in this fight because he got hit with some hard shots.
Yeah, good. He got hit with uppercuts.
Yeah.
Hooks.
But to me, that style is better for Anthony Joshua because he can gauge it and say, all right, then is that what you're going with? And then, you know what I mean, the Boba Shango will come out of him and he'll try to lick out, man. But when a man starts to do this boxing thing and angles and everything else, then it's totally different. God's gift says,
Dan, answer.
Dylan's got this fight definitely a knockout. It will be Fury's best test yet. Dylan is probably the most improved heavyweight and you didn't elaborate on it, right? But yeah.
Yes. It would definitely. I think it would definitely be a test. I mean, you look at the Klitschko fight. Fury more or less played mind tricks with Klitschko. Then he's come back, defeated Wilder 3 times, in my opinion. The first fight was a draw.
He beat Wilder in that fight.
Yeah, he beat Wilder. I mean, I was ringside for that fight. But really, I'm trying to think of an actual other test on paper that, I mean, he boxed Derek Chisora's head off twice.
What other test that Tyson Fury's had?
Yeah.
John McDermott.
I'm asking the question. Who?
John McDermott. John McDermott beat Tyson Fury the first fight. I'm busy waiting on it.
Nah, man, come on, man.
You ain't watch the fight. You see? Go watch the fight and then watch. I guarantee tomorrow. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen who are on the Fight Is Right. I guarantee you, Tunde Ajay will phone me tomorrow and say, "Rah, just watch the Tyson Fury." John, what's that?
Go on, Mr. Ben Odom ain't playing no Mr. Brilliant Snapchats. Brilliant chats. He ain't playing, but yeah, I hear what
AJ should take the step aside money. AJ and Whyte should fight one another. Big money fight. Definitely UK Stadium. Leave Fury to fight Usyk for less money and less attention. And you will then see and hear the real jealousy from Fury's mouth.
Hey. I'm going to say that again. Bro, stop messaging me, fam. Chat. Sorry. I'm going to repeat that again. Ben Odom. This guy needs to be watching this about his messaging me. Anyway, AJ should take step aside money. AJ and Whyte should fight one another. Big money fight. Definitely UK Stadium. Leave Fury to fight Usyk for less money and less attention. You will then see and hear the real jealousy out of Fury's mouth. God almighty. Man ain't playing. But you know what? Again, Ben Odom, you're coming with some fantastic suggestions this evening. Nah, bro, you can't take off a £50 Snapchat and put $2. Put back on Ben's thing till we finish this thing. Bro.
No, hold up a second, though.
You're taking liberties.
Hold up a second.
Gary, I thought we had more business acumen than that. What's the matter?
Yeah, man. Gary's lost the Island Tiger since he started eating too much YouTube problem.
Since Gary got married, I ain't gonna take off £2. I ain't gonna take off £50 and put up $2. Come on, man, bro. You're disrespecting the thing. All right, Gary, bro. Me and you have to talk offline because we can't be doing that. Ben Odom is maximum respect to Ben Odom. But let's discuss that before. No disrespect to the $2, but there's a pecking order. It's called levels. Yeah, it's a good shout, Spence. That is a good shout. You know what? I mean, the question could be asked, it's gone past money, but I don't think you can ever get past money. Money's always a factor. So if AJ did take that step aside money and fought Dillian Whyte for this country, that would be massive. That actually would be a massive fight.
It would be a massive fight.
AJ of the legacy as opposed to the money now?
Well, the thing about it is this. People seem to forget, if a man has become an Olympic gold medalist, a man has become a British champion, a Commonwealth champion, a man has become a unified heavyweight champion, he's already created his legacy.
Done it all.
He's created, seriously, let's just be real and say, look, he's created his legacy, right? But his real legacy is to say that I was the best of the generation, right? I was the best of the generation. Now we got asked them, man. Tunde with his little voodoo cup that he's drinking tea from. I know Tunde's drinking black coffee right now, you know.
Yeah, come on.
To go with his black skin. But
come on. Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, my man. Come on, don't fool the people.
Nah, man, there's a bit of poison in that black juice. But like, but I'm saying,
come on, carry on.
But I'm saying, AJ's already created those things. What AJ is looking for now to say I was the best of the generation, right? Because if you haven't got that inside you as an athlete, then what are you doing it for? Why are you doing it, right? AJ can't spend his money, you know.
Listen, any money can spend it. For Michael Jackson can be broke and bankrupt. Nobody can't tell me money can't spend.
Yeah, I know.
Michael, bro, there's nothing you can say to me, Spence.
Yeah, I can tell you to you. I can tell you. I'll tell you now.
Go on then.
Right? Because certain men have traits like Lennox Lewis. He's mean the Ross. So therefore, and I think some of that could have rubbed off on AJ. So therefore, like, I believe that he'll hold on to his money. That's what I truly believe.
Okay, all right. Let's look at Trey Graham's comments because I think he's done a few now.
Big up Trey. He's the guy that brought on Tommy Brooks for us.
Oh, big up Trey. Sorry, bro, but you know, the final.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. He said Dillian KO's Fury. Fury is damaged goods. That is the first one by Tommy. I hear that. He said Joshua needs to call Tommy Brooks. And off the canvas box, it says, Gary, where is your business acumen? as we said. And the final one by Paul L. Finance. Thank you for your £10 donation. He said a switch on AJ can be any heavyweight in the world. Ask Klitschko, Povetkin, etc. He fought the wrong fight against Usyk, paid the price. He won't make that mistake again. Proud of you, brothers. Thank you, Paul L. Finance. And let me just say, a switched on Dillian could beat any of the heavyweights. A switched on Tyson Fury can and has so far beat all the heavyweights, but AJ's still there, Dill's still there. So I think he can actually cement his legacy by taking those two fights and possibly trying to win them and proving he is the best of his era. Because I still think until he fights either AJ or Dillian, that title actually, he ain't got that title. Would you agree with that, Spence?
Who hasn't got that title?
Tyson Fury. He can't call himself the best of his generation until he beats or at least fights AJ and Whyte.
And Usyk.
And Usyk now. Yeah. Man's forgetting Usyk's in the thing. Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, because I can't base you being the best of the generation because you rank above the rest of the guys who you haven't fought.
Don't come in with that, bro. Block that brother. I don't want to hear that. Michael Jackson. Block that brother instantly.
Right?
No, there's no nonsense on the fight is right. No nonsense. Carry on, Spencer.
Right. The best of the generation because you're beating Deontay Wilder. Yeah? But I'm sure Deontay Wilder turned down the money that was offered to him from Eddie Hearn to fight Anthony Joshua. I'm sure Deontay Wilder had Dillian Whyte waiting for 1,037 days as number one challenger, not fighting. So when you're saying the best of the generation has got to go through resume as well. Not because you just beat Deontay Wilder, because I'm going to be real, Deontay Wilder's resume doesn't stack up as good as Anthony Joshua's.
Facts.
Right? Deontay Wilder's resume is a bit flaky compared to Dillian Whyte's.
He knocked out the little Aki and Popo, but so that was a vicious one. He knocked out that brother.
The Aki and Popo, man, was older than your dad.
Bruv, I don't care. That knockout was vicious.
Nah,
and the other you where AJ stopped the American boy and Wilder.
Dominic Brazil. No, that was horrible.
Brazil.
That knockout was serious.
So
that knockout was serious.
Man, gotta give Wilder a bit of credit still.
No, I'm not taking away nothing from Wilder, right? Yes. But I just see the B-chap guy, the chap guy from France. That was disgusting.
Said that against Spencer.
Remember he fought the Frenchman who Derek knocked out? It was rubbish.
Who
Deontay Wilder fought.
What Frenchman was that?
Yeah, B-chap, whatever his name is. I don't really get man. So I'm just keeping this thing 100. So Tyson Fury, when we're saying the best of the generation because you beat Deontay Wilder 3 times. Who else have you fought? I'm not taking away because in my mind, Tyson Fury at this present moment is the best heavyweight.
He did play with Derek Chisora though, and I still rate Derek. Derek is a minimum, but he played with Derek when Derek was fresh.
Yeah, he did play with him.
Yeah, he played with Derek. Frank Warren said, yeah, he had a bit of reservations about Tyson Fury, but when he boxed off Derek's head, he like, bro, this guy's going all the way. And
what, in the first fight?
The second fight, I think.
The second fight where Don Charles stops it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That was masterclass boxing.
Masterclass. And that's what I'm saying. Fury has still got that, but this new style of fighting that Fury's doing.
Nah, it's serious.
It's serious, but I don't know if that's the style for Dills.
No, because that style be playing into Dillian Whyte's hands.
And Dillian is, in my opinion, Dillian is more solid than Wilder. Because Wilder don't have any technique. He's like the drunken master. You don't stink in a monkey shadow.
He's not the drunken master. You're disrespecting the drunken master.
Yeah, that's disrespect to the drunken master.
You're taking liberties. I told man for a long time that Deontay Wilder is Captain Caveman. Remember Captain Caveman? Captain Caveman. That's who he is. You know what I mean? That's who he is. I'm just being real. He didn't realize, right, I can punch, but I don't need to work on that because I'm just clapping out, brothers.
What Sander B, you said Klitschko and question marks and you put WTF. I'm not too sure what you're referring to. Maybe it means that Klitschko is a massive name, and Fury has to be given kudos for beating.
No. I cannot take away anything from Tyson Fury's victory over Vladimir Klitschko. Nothing, right? I actually tipped him to win the fight, but I thought because this is where it was in Germany, he's gonna get robbed. Right? But the way he boxed in that fight, all credit to the brother. That was incredible.
Gaguru said Fury only fought one decent opponent in 7 years since Vladimir, or 2 if you count Otto Wallin.
Otto Wallin's a good fighter. And that's that. Otto Wallin is a very, very good fighter.
Off the camera's boss, he said, is it possible they elevate Fury to franchise champion? Good question.
Yep. I believe that could happen. And I believe that could happen. And then Fury fights Usyk with some multiple belt unification. But really and truly, Fury will be seen as the legitimate undisputed champion. Similarly, Larry Holmes, all-time great, was WBC champion after beating Ken Norton in 1978. Then he beats Ali in 1980 October. Ali, old and withered, come out of retirement. Then that's when he becomes Ring Magazine champion. Right, and then remember, if you go up to 1984, he puts down the WBC crown, and he gets elected as this newly formed title, the IBF, and it's Larry Holmes that bust the IBF and made it popular because he put down the WBC belt and made a few defenses after that as the IBF champion. But Larry Holmes was never undisputed world champion, never. He was never undisputed world champion. So. But we all look at Larry Holmes as he was the man at heavyweight. Larry Holmes was superb. So maybe that's the case where they're going to think, if this arbitration and going back and forth with Dillian goes on too long, then maybe the man could say, like, to hell with this, and we'll just put down the WBC crown. We'll defend the lineal Ring magazine crown. I'm still seen as the heavyweight champion of the world. We've seen it happen before. Michael Spinks relinquishes the IBF crown that he beats Larry Holmes. He's meant to fight Tony Tucker. He doesn't fight Tony Tucker, and I think he was going to get something like $1 million for the Tony Tucker fight, and he ends up getting $5 million to fight Jerry Cooney in June of 1987. So we see these things, but because Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks was seen as the lineal heavyweight champion, even though at the time Mike Tyson went on to become undisputed champion, and that's when them two ended up fighting each other in 1988 for that mega fight, and they both got paid nuts. Remember that fight went 91 seconds. Michael Spinks. Yeah, Michael.
Alexander Wilson said Larry Holmes said Foreman ducked him.
He did. I'm seriously. I'm definitely agree with you. Reason being is because the style was all wrong. You know what I mean? Remember, Larry Holmes was a fresher Ali.
Yes. Facts.
And George Foreman said, I don't need this fight. I don't need this fight. And even on the second comeback, when they both made the second comeback, when they're both up in their 40s, George Foreman said, I don't need that fight. But fair play to George Foreman, because November of 1994, he famously knocks out Michael Moorer to become the unified heavyweight champion again at age 45. Unheard of and unprecedented.
The knowledge.
Come on.
The knowledge.
We just dropped the sprinklings of a head top. So when everyone said, "Oh, but you do this from your own," no, brother, I don't. I do it from here.
That's why you're the knowledge.
Yeah,
that's why there's no show like this.
I'm telling you,
there's no show like this. Come off the canvas, boxing knows the things. So love the boxing history, Mr. Knowledge.
You're welcome, my friend.
So I mean, look, one thing that just came to mind is, where does Frank Warren's heavyweights come into this? Namely, Joe Juggernaut Joyce. It's like man's forgetting about Joe Juggernaut. We will be forgetting about Joe Juggernaut Joyce because Naz has just cancelled what I was about to say by donating.
Keep that thought in your head anyway. I'll read the question. Yeah. I don't want you to forget what you're saying in your head about the Frank Warren's heavyweights and all the rest of it. Yeah. But Naz, thank you very much for the $8.99. Salam alaikum, brother. I can't see Whyte beating Fury at all. Whyte is very overrated in my opinion. Fury takes him out inside 6. AJ will beat Usyk this time around. AJ versus Fury 50-50 if AJ is switched on.
What's the bigger fight, AJ Fury or Dillian Fury?
AJ Fury. Listen to me.
All right.
Nobody don't sell tickets
like AJ.
No one. In the UK as well, just call it as it is.
I would say in the world, the only other person is Canelo.
Yeah, so let's just keep it as it is, man. We're going to keep this thing 100.
All right, going back to what I was talking about, which was what lies, where does Frank Warren's 2 heavyweights, namely Joe Joyce and young Daniel Dubois, come into this picture? Because we're hearing, hold on, is this another $5?
Click on the thing.
Click on the thing. Spencer is drawn on Hannah Patwa. He's a click on the thing. Over to Alexander Wilson again. Thank you very much for your $5, sir. He said Telly Atlas was insufferable in that former Mora build-up and fight. Spence?
Teddy Atlas made his name for the man that famously held the gun to Mike Tyson's head when Mike Tyson allegedly propositioned I think it was his niece.
Yes.
Who was underage. I'm not saying that Teddy Atlas can't train, because he must know something. He was around a late great custom art. But Teddy Atlas is very clever to the fact that he has made his name off of being this tough guy, right? And also dropping little fight analogies every now and then when he's doing his stuff. He's very charismatic. And he knows what to say for camera, for little sound bites. You know what I mean? But like when Michael Mora versus Evander Holyfield, and he goes to Michael Mora and says to Michael Mora that your son's at home watching your mic.
Oh, the clap in his head.
Come on, man. You need to bring my family. Let me take this info, bro. Right? So,
nah. But listen, a trainer knows how to motivate them.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe it's a
you know what I mean? But who's Teddy Atlas trainer?
He was training Povetkin one time. I remember when I went to, I think it was Germany for the. Where was Klitschko against Derek?
Germany.
Yeah, Germany. So I was in Germany. I remember Teddy Atlas come out the hotel with Povetkin. So I know he was training Povetkin one time. Definitely.
Well, it didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. Definitely. Yeah. Going back to the question again, you know, Joe Joyce, the juggernaut, and young Daniel Dubois, we're hearing now that Daniel may have, that's what I think, you know, Frank and the team want. Daniel wants it. You know, the fight with Don Kingsman, Trevor Bryan. And that actually could, I don't know where Spencer's gone.
I'm still here.
Okay, you done that little emoji thing. What you doing? You're probably eating something. But yeah, that could actually open up doors. I mean, that's a smart move. You know, young Daniel gets that title. I think Joe Joyce is the number 1 in the WBO. So the WBO belt currently is held by Usyk. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So doesn't that mean that Joe Joyce is in line to fight? So they when the mandatory is cool, they have to fight him. So I mean, potentially this year, Frank Warren could have 2 heavyweight champions of the world in Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. I think Joe Joyce is going to be a problem for anyone, to be honest with you.
You say that, yeah? You say that. Joe Joyce could be, but I think that Joe Joyce has still got a lot of learning to do.
James Cook said something to me. I'm never going to repeat that. But anyway, yeah. Right. Yeah, because remember, James was in the corner with Takam. Yeah. James was doing Takam's cuts, innit?
Okay.
Yeah, for the Joe Joyce fight. He said that Joe Joyce fling a right hand, and he said that Takam come back to the corner, James bust him up, and the right hand still never land by the time he threw it. He said the man's so slow. He said Joyce threw the right hand. He said, man, come back, he bust him up. And the right hand still never lands. So basically, James was saying that he's slow. But brother, I don't care if Joe Joyce is slow. He's
effective though. He's effective with his slowness.
Good timing. He's got good timing.
He's effective with
good timing. And he punches man to submission like a WWE wrestler where you get the free count. So Joe Joyce is going to be a problem. I still feel for anyone. And his whole size. And he's an imposing figure, Joe.
Yeah, very big guy, man. A big guy.
Very big guy.
Very big guy. Yeah, he's a big guy. And like, I would say that Joe Joyce still needs a few more fights to say that he's arrived, because I can't go by his win over Daniel Dubois, because Daniel Dubois was a novice himself.
He was a what?
He's a novice. right? And that's not me knocking Daniel Dubois, right?
Yeah.
He's improving. He's an improving novice now, but a novice will the same. So yeah, these are the things. The game's a game, man.
The game's a game. Jonathan M, thank you for the 449 donation. He said Fury had the mindset of dragging opponents into a gypsy style fight. Dillian needs the mindset to drag Fury into a dirty Jamaican street fight. And guess what? That is a recipe for a great fight. If two of them bring both of their styles, we can actually see another Fury v Wilder type fight but this time it'll be Dillian v Wilder, and it's who has the greater resistance. I'm just saying that Dillian's mindset is powerful because this guy hasn't given up.
Trust me.
And so when Fury goes into ring with Dillian, I think he's gonna know that. Fury's a confident guy anyway. I'm not gonna lie. Fury's confidence is next level. It is next level. But Dillian is also next level, and that's what makes this fight so interesting, Spence. And in terms of how they win it, how they both win it, they've both got ways in which they can win it. As I keep saying, or as I have said, I do feel Tyson Fury has the ability to switch it up. He has that thing where he could literally go on the back foot and just box. But is that the style Fury wants to use for this fight?
I don't know. You read that Jonathan M's question, right?
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that, Jonathan. When we say for Dillian to think just going a ruckers, he could come a cropper in there. He's got to be a technical ruckers against Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is smart and clappy with that uppercut, You know what I mean? And also Tyson Fury when he's there and Tyson Fury does that thing.
Yeah.
And then pop, with a jab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He draws your lead. Or it makes you apprehensive to throw a shot because you think something's coming at you.
It takes that energy. But I've seen Dillian fight. You try that little jerky business, he's clapping with a left hook. Bro, Dillian ain't watching you doing all of that. That's what I'm trying to say. There's certain key things which won't work in this fight. Both ways. Fifi, I have to read that comment because he is a
regular. He's a regular.
He says he's at our birthday party. He will check this episode later. Here's the mandatory Euro support. Keep it grinding, fellas. Thank you very much,
Mr. Bless
Fifi, and have a nice time at your birthday party. David
G, come on, David.
Again, I feel Whyte doesn't get the respect he deserves. Boxing because he's not a prototype. Brit that Frank, Bruno, and AJ is, he won't conform and will tell the truth. And I think Spencer alluded to that right at the top of the show. And it's that mindset that has got him thus far.
I'm telling you, that pig ignorance that he has got him to where he's got to.
This fight, Spence, and the more we're talking about this fight, I need to see this fight.
It's gonna happen.
Fifi, I didn't even see the 499. Oh no, this is a different thing. Fifi, at my birthday, you're a support as always. We'll check out this episode later. Keep it grinding, fellas. Peace. Okay, so I think the first one there wasn't the 499, but this one. Thank you very much for your euros, sir. Much appreciated, shall I say? Go on, Dil. Spence.
Yeah, we need more. Come on, it's church time. I'm not joking with these people. You know what I mean?
I don't want to sway from this actual topic because there are many fighters. There's a lot of fights and there's a few heavyweight fights that have just been agreed, but we want to keep this thing, on the topic, which is Dillian and Fury. And I'm still interested to. I mean, we've almost been going for an hour and a half now, so maybe it might be time to switch up the conversation a little bit. But I don't want to swerve too much for this. We're giving the spotlight to these two heavyweights because we want to see this fight. I was speaking to Dillian yesterday. He wants to fight. Dillian wants to fight. reading press clippings. I know you can't believe everything you read in the press, but apparently they want to wait for this arbitration. And if the arbitration still says that the split is 20-80, then fam, man's just gonna take the fight.
I wear the box cover.
Who you phoning? Yeah.
Deliveroo.
Who?
Deliveroo.
So you start. People were asking, "Where's the snacks today, Spence?" I haven't even.
Nah, I had to cut down on the snacks. I look at my face is getting fat, you know. So,
bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's fish all the way now for the next month for me. Fish. Christmas is done now.
But Tunde, what you having the fish with? Chips.
No. Fish, no, bro. No.
You guys to Mr. Dandy's, bro.
Mr. Dandy's, Kenneton. Nah. Josh says AJ needs to be a complete hybrid, a mix of both. A boxer and a fighter. Stamp your authority with power when needed and box your way out to defend. You're alluding to the AJ Usyk rematch, but we done talk about that yesterday. But you got your comment in.
And you never get no cash.
And you didn't get no cash. You get what I'm saying? Fury,
joking, Josh. Thanks for the question.
Thank you very much for your comment, Josh. Blood Clot Fury says Fury don't want them hooks. So we call him Blood Clot. Oh, and is that Dylan's face? Mike's face? Is that Mike's face or Dylan's face?
I don't even know whose face that is, bro.
Looks like Mike's face on it, but he's called himself Blood Clot Fury. That name cracks me up all the time. 1 for Fury, 2 for Dylan. Who wins? 1 for there's 270 now. Number 1 for Fury. Press 1 for Fury, 2 for Dylan. Let's see what the people are saying. Still, Sammy Ali is on Dylan. Let's see. All right, let me start this thing because it's coming in. The Exterminator says 1 Fury. Craig Evans says Fury and 8. White will go wild swinging and gas himself when he doesn't get the KO. 1.5 Uzi Zan. Sander B says 1. That's Fury. Steve Bailey says Dills. Sander B. Bro, Sander B, what are you doing the thing twice for? It's 1 comment. SO 1. That's Fury. Fistic Pugilist, that's 1. Waved 1, 2. Dylan, Sammy Ali 2. Sammy, what are you doing the thing twice for? But I'm not gonna read out nothing that you put because you're getting too hyped now. You know these youngsters. Craig Evans, I'm sure I read your name as well. Menace 1, Off the Canvas Boxing 2, SO 2, Jedi Kid Gamma 2. That's all. This is Dills, Bao 4, Dills, Sanju. Tyson Fury, Uzi's at 1.5 what's going on there? Late Show, 42, that's a new one. He said Dills, JB 2, that's Dills, Rai, Fury, Naz, Fury, Fistic Pugilist, Fury, Mayor of Brixton, Dills, Crypto, Siru, Dills, Signature, Fury, Beanie, 1, Fury all the way. Anyway, it's quite even, but I would say it seems like the bulk of people. Oh, Dylan's getting a late surge. Fury, Dylan, it's all good. I like this. The people are speaking. Bitcoin Champ, thank you for the £2 donation. He says dream it. I say believe it. Spencer says become it. Thank you very much, sir, for the £2 donation. We appreciate. I can see a $9.99 there. Let me read that. The Agba man. He says, he says, Dylan went through hell against Derek Chisora twice. Fury dealt with Chisora easily. I know styles make fights, but Dylan's movement is labored, Spence. I don't see how he deals with Fury's movement. I'm gonna read that again.
They are Jack Berman. Is he your cousin, too?
You're a joker. Don't start.
No.
Dillian went through hell against Derek Chisora twice. Fury dealt with Chisora easily. I know Styles make fights, but Dillian's movement is labored. I don't see how he deals with Fury's movement. It's a great point.
It's a wonderful point.
Spence, carry on. Let me just go tell you one sec.
And I understand what you're saying, like Dillian's movement is labored. It's labored because if you think how Dillian fights, he fights particularly flat-footed, mainly because of his height and mainly because he's trying to generate power. So he doesn't jerk himself all around. He fights that way because he actually is looking to clap you out. So when you're out, you're fighting and trying to clap out someone, that's what happens. So that's why he fights in that somewhat labored approach in how he fights, because he's trying to generate power on his shots. And not only is he trying to generate power on his shots, he fights that way because he's gaining ring generalship. When you see a man just be here with you at that motion and he's relaxed, it's because they're comfortable with their environment. When you see a man dance around the place all the time and that, right? They're not solely comfortable in their environment, so they're trying to break your alignment. So you've got to fight them at their game. But how Dillian fights is because he's comfortable in how he fights. So I believe that will answer your question. Tunde's gone into his big fridge right now. I don't know what he's trying to drag out of the fridge, but he's in the fridge. What is that, Tunde? What is that?
Oh, Jesus. Satan. That's Satan. Don't try to make bad. Satan trying to make me eat chocolates. Let me just get my coffee, my double espresso.
Well, you're going to need that double espresso. Gary, any more questions? Go pop up there, sir. Bitcoin Tramp, believe it. He says, thank you so much for the £2. Thank you again. Become it for the £2 Bitcoin Tramp. And the last one, you got to do the three of them, right?
Yeah. He said,
yes, Jason Wren, big up yourself. Dillian's background and history and determination. Imagine being left to fend for yourself in Kingston as a youth that's hungry. Is Fury still hungry? Jason Reynolds, that is a big question to
Can I read that out again, Spence? Can I read that out again?
That's a big question.
Rain71, thank you for your £5 donation. I like this question, which is why I've chosen to say it again. You said Dillian's background and history and determination. Imagine being left to fend for yourself in Kingston as a youth. That's hunger. Is Tyson Luke Fury still hungry? You answer that first. Cause I feel I've got my own opinion on that, Spence.
I don't think he's as hungry as he was, Tyson Fury. Because, and I'm going to be real, I think Tyson Fury, somewhere in the back of his mind, after his November 2015 victory over Vladimir Klitschko, believed when he's going to come back to the UK that he was going to get lauded and have this big fanfare and a cacophony of people coming out to sing, Tyson, we love you. He didn't get none of that. He came back to Manchester Airport and it was dead.
Wow.
Right? It was. And then that could have been part of it. I think a lot of it was to him looking like to say that he wanted that adulation. I remember John Fury saying, right, none of them can fight my son after he won. And dad was gassing up the whole thing. And yet we're the best and and all the rest of it. So I could see there was a form of animosity towards somebody like Anthony Joshua, to think like, why is Joshua getting all this acclaim and everything else? But like, I'm the guy that has been raised in a boxing gym. I'm the guy that understands the authenticity of boxing. I'm the guy that's gone through that should be me. So I think there was a little bit of it, but not to the fact like he was jealous of Anthony Joshua, more to the fact that he was hurt to the fact that Anthony Joshua was getting his adulation where he's not believing that Anthony Joshua paid his dues to get to where he's got to. But the thing about it is this: Anthony Joshua did pay his dues to get to where he got to, because he got to where he got to. If he didn't pay his dues, he wouldn't have got there. You know what I mean? But it's a different kind of thing. There's someone that's been entrenched. Like I said on many occasions, I believe that Tyson Fury came out of his mother's womb with boxing gloves on. There's a difference when a man's grown in the thing to somebody who, well, I got a liking to it, got into it, and has got a lot of success from it. So I think the hunger for Tyson Fury was to get that adulation.
Okay.
Then he got the adulation, and he's getting the adulation. And when you get the adulation, you think, well, maybe now you're going to take the eye off the ball a little piece. But Tunde, I know fighters, man. And so do you. I'm looking at Tyson Fury's face. The brother's training.
No, but this is the point I was going to say. This is my own personal opinion. I don't think hunger is ever going to be a question with someone that has been programmed to fight. He's literally programmed to fight and train. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people don't realize that's how Daniel Dubois and his sister and the younger brothers that's coming out have been born. They're born to fight. They're born to train. So people like this, you're going to have to see their whole career. We as fans are going to have to see their whole career. It ain't, we know how long programming takes. I think the saying is, give me a child up until the age of 7 and I'll show you the man. So these people have actually been programmed from birth to a certain point, to the point now where it ain't a hunger thing. It's just, guess what? Same way we get up, go to work every morning, the same way they get up, they go to gym. The same way they get up, they go on road. The same way they get up, you hear Tyson Fury about, I might just go and do a little 25-mile run or a 20-mile run or something like that. So I just don't feel hunger is actually, it doesn't apply to Tyson Fury. Whereas that could apply to any other heavyweight. When I say any other, it can apply to Dillian, because Dillian just chose fighting. Anthony Joshua chose fighting. They made those decisions on their own. Whereas dads like, I don't know what you call him, Dave or Stan, Daniel Dubois' dad, and John Fury, they're saying, no, my children are being fighters. So yeah, I think that's where I stand on that. David G, I think there's a Snapchat.
Yep, there is £5. Thank you very much, David G.
Thank you very much.
£5 donation to the team.
Yes, sir. I hope there's not no gin in that thing there, Spence. Anyway, David G says Dillian needs to dream it, believe it, and then clap him in his head. AJ winning the title was good, but Whyte winning will do a lot more for Man on Road.
Interesting, as Tunde was just about to say.
I need to think about my retort to that. But Spence,
put that in the thing.
I don't know what you think about it.
What I'm saying is this. I think whereas Dillian Whyte is very WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get.
Yes.
He's not trying to glam up nothing. He's not trying to downplay anything. He just is what he is.
Yes.
Essentially, Dillian Whyte's a fighter. So, because he is that way inclined, I think people have to be appreciative and admire something. Like I said, when he got knocked out by Povetkin, I'll tell our audience now, I've said it already before, but I'll say it to the audience now, that Tunde Ajayi actually cried when Dillian Whyte got knocked out. Literally cried. And for someone to come back from that knockout,
trust me.
Right. Not even saying like, oh, well, I boxed now, I had things going on, and I lost on points. And no, you got knocked stone cold. You know what I mean? The referee could have counted to 100, you weren't getting up. Right? So what kind of mental fortitude have you got? Because I spoke to him the next day, And Dillian said, don't watch nothing, man. I'm going to get the rematch. What I'm going to go do. I'm going to get the watch. What I'm going to do. What's I'm going to do? I'm going to get the rematch. Watch what I do. I'm all right, bro. I'm a bit hurt, obviously, because I just got knocked out. But watch what I do.
You know what I'm laughing at, innit?
What?
Real Manny Hot Spencer's Gary, I know Gary's gonna wear. Spencer's always getting drunk on the thing. Tunde, you need to check if he keeps this happening. Bro, Spencer's
Bro,
like
no.
the only hard man.
This is Marks and Spencer's orange juice.
Yeah, but it's Marks and Spencer's orange, but he's just tipping. He's tipping. He's tipping the vodka. You can look around.
No, I don't drink alcohol.
Man's call you Lionel Richie at the thing. Anyway, Adam Beanie says he beat a 42-year-old Povetkin riddled with COVID. Spence, I don't think that's fair. Dylan sent him into retirement and made him know that, bro, you got away with literally a bank robbery that first fight there.
Yeah.
And he showed it in the second fight because he broke up Povetkin on the next level in that second fight. So he put the record straight. Spencer's on that Jamaican juice again. Jamaican juice, come on. VP 75 pump. Spence can't handle the thing. It starts getting into the 2 hour mark. Spence just draws for the bottle. But we're all good. This is a great show. 280 on the live. Please.
That's great. Thank you very much.
That's great, man. The numbers ain't dropping. There's some road man on this thing, go back chat about Dragon Star. Even Gary knows about that. Gary had to put that out. He said, "Mom, them drinks are serious. Dragon Star and a Heineken."
Yo, S Powell, where's your family from? Powell, where's your family from?
S Powell, yeah.
I know they're from Jamaica. I see the Powell.
Vanessa, my goddaughter's family is Powell. Yeah, Powell. Yeah,
that's my granny's surname.
Come on. Yeah, that's what. Off the cameras, put off the cameras.
Man's taking liberties, Ben Oldham says, Spence, a man called Ray and Nephews. Yeah. 1 second.
Off the canvas boxing made a point. Yeah, I get the feeling Fury versus Whyte fight is too good to be true. Being scared with fights dropping. It's one of them ones, isn't it? That's a good point. Off the canvas boxing. Are we actually gonna get to see these fights? And listen, we must never forget the underlying point. This is prize fighting. It's got to make money and it's got to make sense. And it doesn't change in boxing. It's always the narrative, and eventually it's got to be right for both teams, unless you do what I think it was Evander Holyfield did. He took the short end and he won that title. Spencer can elaborate more on that.
Yeah, I could. Riddick Bowe offered him 10% of it was a 90-10 split. Evander Holyfield took the 10% after losing his title. He took it. And as he took it, he came out victorious. You know what I mean? Because he said, listen, you think you're writing my destiny, yeah? But I'm confirming my destiny. And that's what he did. He confirmed his destiny. Great fight. Go watch that fight. In fact, after we jump off there, I'm going to go study that fight again. I think it's a really, really good fight. Because I like how Evander Holyfield was double jabbing in there. For a smaller man, he was throwing some hard double jabs at Riddick Bowe,
Tactics-wise, do you think the corners are going to play a big, massive part?
In the fight?
In the fight.
Yes. I do. But I'm going to tell you again.
Come on.
Tyson Fury made Sugar Hill.
Say again?
Tyson Fury made Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill ain't made Tyson Fury. I said it I'm not taking it back.
Tyson Fury has made Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill has not made Tyson Fury.
I've said it.
You know, I don't really, as a trainer and knowing what I know, I never believed that. I never actually believe that fighters make trainers. I know it's a commonality in the sport.
No. Your relationship with your fight is totally different. You took a raw novice. What did Sugar Hill take? A former unified world champion.
Yeah, but I still feel, yeah.
Right.
I mean, for me, it's
listen. Ben Davison at the time when he was with Tyson Fury never know nothing. I don't business what he wants to say or anything else. He never know nothing, right? And that's not a slant on him because he knows a lot now, right? By the time when he was with Tyson Fury, he weren't ready for that stage. He weren't ready for that. You have to build for that, right? For that environment, that atmosphere, you weren't ready for that. So Sugar Hill, who I know very well, even worked against him and won, right? So no, I'm not gonna think like, okay, then, well, Sugar Hill was the one that no, all he done was he reconfirmed something in Tyson Fury's head that he had and say, why are we not using this, bro? Right? And then a lot of it also was Tyson Fury's dad saying, no, that Ben Davison, get rid of him, right? So all of that. Remember, I'm just telling you how it is. All of them trainers there. Tyson Fury is the one that bust Peter Fury. Tyson Fury is the one that bust Ben Davison. Tyson Fury is the one that bust Sugar Hill. Now tell me the next fight is that man a bust. I rest my case. Now different. You've taken a man that had not even 15 amateur fights. 15 amateur fights, brother. To become a world #1 challenger for the World Light Heavyweight Championship.
Twice.
There was a difference. Do you
Twice.
get what I'm saying? Right? Because you've been with him from creation. You understand? When you took him down John Rooney's gym to go spar with Chris Eubank Jr. and me and the dad's getting big arguments over the spar. I had to tell him that. And that's when Andy Yas said, Ross Spencer's serious, Well, I'm telling man straight, 9 amateur fights. What? All right, then. Don't try to chat to boxing back with me, right? I live this thing.
Felix, what go on, bro? Spencer gets knowledge from Orange and Rum. Come on, big up, Cole. I know, man. It's good to see you on there, Cole. Old type Felix is Negus. Spencer gets his knowledge from the Orange and Rum, and thank you for the £2, sir. Much appreciated. No matter how big or small, everything is appreciated.
Yeah. Listen, Tun, I appreciate it, but Negus is a big man of the thing,
Bruv, come on with more than £2, bruv. Man knows, man. Don't come with no £2.
From creation.
Got a big shot, man, from the ends. Nah, I think I've got it. Thank you very much, sir. It's so much appreciated. But it's just, again, me and Spencer are all like, we speak offline and we just like, we are so grateful to everyone that comes on and just supports this thing out. Because we're just talking what we always talk about, and we're holding people's attention because there's 285 on the live right now, and it ain't going below 2 when we start. We've almost been on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's only gonna grow. It's only gonna get bigger. So, if you've got friends, tell them to subscribe as well, because we need the subscription and we need more Snapchat money around here. So, big up, old tight, everyone. Come on, stamina for so we got bare love for you guys, and it's facts. It's facts. Exterminator says, come on, Tunde. Sugar already trained world champs before Tyson. You now. Bitcoin Trump lions in the camp all day. Come on. Yeah. This has been a good one, Spence. And I think maybe we'll go to the 2-hour mark and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
That
definitely to the 2-hour mark.
2-hour mark, we'll wrap it up. It's been a great show. And I just love talking. There's so much. I mean, for these last 10 minutes, we could talk about the other possible heavyweight fights. I see. Before that, though, Naz says, respectfully disagree with Spence regards to Sugar. Has Fury himself has said he asked Sugar to teach him aggressive boxing. You had too much juice.
No, I haven't. And that's that. No, I haven't had too much juice. He said that he went, listen to me, let me tell you this now. You know the person who's been pivotal in this rejuvenation of Tyson Fury? Yeah? It's been Andy Lee.
I was just about to say that.
Right. Don't try to trick me about no Sugar Hill. I'm not fighting that Sugar Hill. Nice guy. You know what I mean? But don't trick me, man. The only great man who was called Hill was Benny, right? So
Benny Hill was serious. Bro, remember Benny Hill from school? Benny Hill was the lick. Bro, man I used to love watching Benny Hill, man. Bare jokes. They don't make things like that again, but
trust me, we used to chase them over them.
Yeah, look around me.
Bro, you know we used to you them times that you're about all 6 watching them. Them used to get you horny, bro.
What are you talking about? Gary, what is Spencer talking? Fam, what is Spencer saying? Gary, please.
I got business.
Put a muzzle on Spencer. Put a muzzle on Spencer. Did you hear what you just said, Gary? Nah.
You know what I mean?
Gary, did you hear what Spencer Mira just said about Benny Hill? He's saying man's getting horny watching Benny Hill. Who says that on a live? Who says that on a live?
I'm telling you the truth.
Spence, Gary, Bob, Gary's just silent. Gary's in shock. Man said a man's getting horny on Benny Hill show when he's 6 years old. Oh my goodness. Spencer Fury is a done. He is a mum. This is why these TV companies can't hire you, Spence, because you're too real right now.
Nah, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. When man was you watching them shows.
Oh my God, Spencer.
That show was serious, bro.
Me and you have been friends for too long, bro. You know, that's what it is, you know. I'm just going to let people know. Bitcoin trap, we got to stop him. But this is what I'm having. This is me and Spencer. This is how you know this is the realest thing. Because this is how me and Spencer talk all the time. But I didn't believe that Spencer would talk like this on live to the world.
I don't care.
But you don't care.
Bro. I don't care.
Kids is watching. The camera's boxes. Kids is watching these things, man. Chat about man's getting horny watching Benny Hill show. Roger Diamond, bro. Roger, we got to talk to Spencer, you know. We got to talk to Spencer.
Roger, listen to me. What? Roger Diamond knows, yeah? Because he's our age group. Roger Diamond knows him. Benny Hill,
anyway,
we used to chase the girl them, and the woman was in the suspenders, and them times we were about 6, 7 years old. That was a big thing to watch.
Oh my goodness. Benny Hill. Big up Mayor of Brixton, the one and only Benny Hill classic. What did you tell Anthony's dad? Come on. Yeah. Don't do it. I think you mean Eubank's dad.
Eubank's dad. Yeah. It was serious. It was serious. Yeah, Tunde can elaborate, but
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, that don't take man for no idiot right there, because man's from the ends. Like, bro, man. I live. My dad's flat is in the same flat as Eubanks' brothers and his dad.
The block of flats, yeah.
The block of flats. I'm number 35. The Eubanks them is the floor up. The 2 brothers always used to fix up my dad's car and everything, and my car. So we know what this thing is about. But don't try to talk to man in certain ways. We had to deal with that. But anyway, we're gonna keep that one in the locker. we're not going to elaborate too much on that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
basically,
Spencer is a legend.
Hergovic,
Oh, yeah.
Sanchez, and Yonka are
Yeah,
the
that fight's been made, innit?
heavyweights.
Hergovic and Yoka, Tony Yoka has agreed to that heavyweight fight.
What?
Yeah, he's agreed. He's agreed. The fight's happening.
That's a big boy fight, huh?
That's a big fight. And it's going to be a statement. It will be a statement fight for Yoka if he were to win that. Because it's like everybody's running away from this Hergovic guy, brother.
Let me tell you this, Dalton, yeah? A certain heavyweight, a team of people have to go speak to a certain heavyweight for him to fight Hergovic, yeah? He was offered $500,000 for the fight, and he turned it down.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I ain't got nothing more to say.
Okay. Jordan, Gio. I know that's my Greek brother. Spencer is a legend. The talking knowledge. I would love Spencer to host. Gloves are off with Fury and Whyte. Bro, no, the fight is right with Fury and Whyte. Let's chat about no gloves are off, fam. No, bro, there's no gloves are off. His fight is right. And for those of you who don't know, we're in the final stages of holding a special night. Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. The fight is right in a restaurant with a 3-course meal. We're in the final stages. It might be a big one for us, Spence. But
come on, it will be. Let me big up.
Tickets are going to be available. Anyway, Spence, break it down.
Yeah. It should get finalized by Monday, and so all our Fight Is Right fans, you lot can come there in a swanky place, the M Restaurant in Victoria.
And there's going to be gold service, silver service. You know, we take pictures with both me and Spence. All that is going to be on the table, plus a 3-course meal. And live the fight, the watch along for Amir Khan.
And you'll get the proper fight breakdown of every single punch, even punches that ain't thrown by my brother Tunde and Jackie. Because sometimes they say right hook, left hook, right uppercut. Oh my God! I rewind the thing. I said they weren't all right hook and left hook in this thing, but
we just jazz it up. But the people needs this thing. But it's gonna be brilliant, and it will be streamed live. But we're gonna have a live audience, and we may even do a thing where we discuss with the people just general boxing knowledge and ask questions. What we've got in our minds is gonna be great, and then Spencer is the man, Andrew Harding is the man, and hopefully we can get this done and have a great night. On what is it, February the 19th, I think, or something like that?
Yeah, February 19th. Listen, Uzi Zhang, forget about that. I'll broke up Tunde.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
All the gin and juice what you're drinking will be on the floor, fam.
Let me tell you this now.
Left hook to the body, listen to the combination. Left hook to the body, left uppercut, left hook to the head. And down goes Fury. That's how it's going to go.
Listen. It's quite easy to deal with Tunde and Jai, yeah? All you got to do is cover up for a round because he'll empty the tank and get tired.
How I empty the tank on your ass?
You'll empty the tank.
I'll empty the tank on your ass.
Empty the tank like he's watching Benny Hill. You'll empty the tank.
Felix, that's what I like. Felix is upgraded from $2 to $5.
That's what I'm talking about. Big money Felix have.
Spencer, do you remember Tun's Pink Lady car? Wow! I don't think Spencer, but you know what? I don't think Spencer remembers that car. You are a general. I used to have an MGF and I put pink lip, bro. I had a serious whip.
I remember the 2-seater. I remember you paid 22 grand for it.
Yeah. No, not that one. This is the first one. That one was the limited edition. That was 22 grand. And then I had the silver one, but Brandy Lee's missus bought that for me. Remember, Gemma? Yeah, Gemma. She bought that for me. Bro, Colin, you're busting jewels now. Pink Lady, bro. I just remember that car right now. But come on. Thank you for the £5. Just goes to show you, we got guys on here supporting us from way back when. From way back. People that know what going. And also, I'm on the Lady Shan show tonight at 11 p.m. I'm making a guest appearance. The only show I'm going on. The only show, and I already said last year I won't be going to none of these shows, no podcasts this year, no way. Because this year I've only got one focus in mind, which is the world title for Anthony Yard, and I ain't got time to be giving no energy, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I've got a focus. But Shan, I promised her from the beginning, so I will be on the Lady Shan show tonight. After this, literally an hour after this. So tune in to Done Them season. Lady Shancy's a great supporter of ours, and I've always supported her. And
she's got people's back.
I'm gonna bless the show.
No one can talk no S. No one can talk no S about us. But we've hit the 2-hour mark, Ton. So I'm grateful to every single person that has jumped on, every single person that's sent in.
Bro.
Message, for the super chats. Very, very grateful to you guys. The guy that you don't hear from behind the cam, Gary Blake, he's grateful. He's been better joke as well. He's been better joke. I've just seen that. Ethereum. Anybody?
Guys, no, I was just gonna say
Ethereum's just gone up by 4.0 points. Anybody who's into this crypto business, I'm just letting you know.
Let me check my account right now, Regin. Man, chatting about Ethereum going up. But Matt Collier, I'm gonna read that. Let me quickly check my thing, because Spencer chat about things going up.
Wait there, sorry, what? Yeah, Matt. I just turned around and said, Tunde, can you say about the boxing night you're arranging again? I'm flying to London in that period. And you'll grab a ticket off ya. Well done, Matt. Matt, listen to me. It's going to be at the M restaurant in
Victoria Street.
In Victoria. 3-course meal, which is steak. For you vegans, you can eat some piece of bread. But I was saying with gravy. But it's gonna be really good. The posters are going out next week. I think Gary's arranging that, and it's gonna be a really good fight along. So we got us live to do the fight along. So that's what it's going to be. Follow Tunde. What's your Instagram, Tunde?
Tunde
Mr. Tunde.
Number 9. No, Instagram's Tunde Ajayi 9. Twitter is Mr. Tunde Ajayi. Yeah,
Mr. Tunde Ajayi. Or give me a follow, master_knowledge on Instagram. It's Spencer_Fearon on Twitter. And you'll get the details from there, Matt. But we'd love for you to be there. We'd love to all the people who are on the Fight Is Right thing to just come in and follow and come in and see this thing. It's gonna be good.
There you go. Gary's put it up.
Thank you very much,
Instagram, Gary. At the Fight Is Right 9, at Tunde Ajayi 9, at Master Knowledge, and at I am Mr. Blake, the man behind the cam. And we sign off saying the legendary words, the words that have become synonymous with greatness
and Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. That Benny Hill line, that's another bar of the week, the Benny Hill line. But we thank everyone gratefully. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Hopefully we'll do a show on Sunday. Right.
No, definitely Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. It will be most probably Terence Crawford, but we also want to do one because one of my friends, Jason Reynolds, was saying we should do heavyweight prospects because there's quite a few right now. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna just make one suggestion before we go. Can we get True Boxing to talk about? I was trying to look for the number today, but I know you got the direct link to True.
Yeah.
Can we get him on the live on Sunday to really elaborate on this whole Terence Crawford and this racist claim?
I'm gonna holler.
True will be a great guest because he's American and he can actually talk from that perspective. So hit up Trill if he ain't really even on this thing here because he's always
I'm gonna hit him up.
And Gary, we send him a link and we get him live and to discuss this and let him really open the British fans as give us from an American perspective. I think that would be great.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Yes. Yes.
All right, then, my brother.
All right. Peace. As you say, peace, 2 fingers. We out, baby.
We out.